So Van Jones on with Bill Maher over the weekend and decided to make a joke about dead Gaza babies, in his words, showing up in everybody's social media feeds. Let's go ahead and take a listen to that.
I love this conversation because I think people, those of us who went to college, give a lot more credit to college courses for how the world works than I do. This is not about critical race theory on college campuses. This is about Iran. Iran and Qatar have come up with a disinformation campaign that they are running through TikTok and Instagram that is massive. If you are a young person, you open up your phone and all you see is dead Gaza baby, dead Gaza baby, dead Gaza baby, right. Diddy, dead Gaza baby, dead Gaza baby. Like, that's basically your whole feed. So that's not DEI. That is a geopolitical adversary that is deliberately trying to divide the West against itself.
There is so much to say about this. First of all, there's zero evidence that any of this has to do with an Iranian or Qatari disinformation campaign. But these are the sorts of things that you can just casually throw out and people just accept it. Rather than, oh, I don't know, the fact that most Americans are horrified by the idea of our tax dollars going to murder Gaza babies. Maybe that's a big part of why people are sharing that content and are feeling the horror at the morally compromised position that we as American taxpayers are being put in here. That's number one. Number two, you got Thomas Friedman and Bill Maher, both there chuckling.
Like giggling.
Number four.
And the audience.
You've got the audience. I will say, having been on the show, they like tell the audience when to laugh, but it's not an excuse. But that's
I'm not saying we
part of
dox
what's
them.
going on there.
We don't dox them, but guys, you got to think about that one a little bit.
Van felt enough pressure that he did put out this apology, sort of, put this up on the screen. He said, I made a comment on Real Time with Bill Maher about the war in Gaza that was insensitive and hurtful. I apologize. The suffering of the people of Gaza, especially the children, is not a punchline. I'm deeply sorry it came across that way. No, it was, you meant it as a punchline. It was supposed to be a laugh line. Anyway, what's happening to children in Gaza is heartbreaking. As a father, I can't begin to imagine the pain their parents are enduring, unable to protect their kids from unimaginable harm. I'm praying and working for an immediate end to this war and for peace and safety for every family caught in its path. I'm truly sorry for the pain my words caused to people who are already suffering more than anyone should. So, okay, so he felt pressure to apologize, but he still does not take back this narrative that the reason why, you're seeing atrocities in your feed is because of some foreign misinformation, like propaganda psyop. And I think it's really important that we sit with that at a time when, you know, it's official now. Barry Weiss is going to be editor-in-chief of CBS.
Send out our letter.
You've got, you know, Oracle, the Ellisons, and Fox News taking over TikTok, and already reportedly some censorship that is occurring there. And you know, we could put the Ellisons, just so you know, what their deal is. Put E3 up on the screen. Oracle executives say, love Israel, or maybe this isn't the job for you. They were like sending people who objected to the company's just all-in pro-Israel stance for mental health resources, like there was something wrong with you if you just didn't agree with that. So anyway, those are the people who are buying TikTok. And it would not surprise me if the justification that they use for increased censorship of pro-Palestinian views is exactly what Van Jones is pushing here.
Yeah, I mean, if we're gonna be real here, like who's the #1 spreader of foreign propaganda on social media? Be honest, like, especially in the wake of October 7th. What, I got to go through all the hoaxes that we have had to trip through over the last 2 years?
That they're paying influencers $7,000 per post.
Yeah, I want to see more documentation on that one because it seems so insane, but I would not put it past them, right? At the very least, who do you think, if we were to say that there is foreign influence over American politics, what country comes even close to Israel? There's not a single one. And yet he's like, this is some Qatari or foreign disinformation op. I don't know. I mean, I just think this is massive cope on the part of a lot of the pro-Israel community. They just can't fathom that a lot of people just aren't buying their bullshit anymore.
Yeah.
And, you know, the fact, I guess you're right. You know, he felt like he had to apologize. And I don't love whataboutism necessarily. Let's say in October 19th, if you had the balls to go on the Bill Maher show and say, every single time I open my social media feed, it's oven baby, oven baby, oven baby. Can you imagine?
Oh my God.
Can you imagine? And by the way, that, from what we know so far, was not true, correct?
Yeah.
All right, according to Haaretz and all. Ask ChatGPT if you want to.
But don't ask Pete Buttigieg because he's still buying that particular disinformation.
Okay, but I mean, can you imagine how canceled you would be if you said
forget
that?
about it.
Which, by the way, it was true because they spread that overwhelmingly to the entire American population, to everybody on social media, to everybody who engaged in politics, so that they would say something like, yeah, but what's happening in Gaza is horrific, but did you see what happened on October 7th? That's still the line that they use today. I don't know. So, you know, it's like, if we're gonna be able to laugh and all of that at everybody, which I'm actually fine with, as long as it's equally distributed, I don't see a world where today you could take to the Bill Maher airwaves and say what I just said.
Yeah.
Like on October the 19th. Yeah. Which is crazy because Bill himself.
Bill wouldn't be there chuckling, that's for sure.
Right, but Bill, this is what's so nuts. Bill himself was canceled September 17th, 2001 for saying that actually we're the cowards because we launched missiles into the Middle East and it seems like it's not cowardly to crash a plane into the Twin Towers. So he said that once upon a time. And yet now his show seems to be part of the same machine. I don't know.
There's something to be said too about Van's journey, let's say. I mean, this guy.
Yeah, it's
guy was
100 mil from Bezos, buys a lot.
Bay Area Maoist radical, signed some sort of 9/11 truther type conspiracy letter, was alleged to, kicked out of the Obama administration because he was too extreme. And now, and by the way, specifically on Israel-Palestine, called for Palestinian liberation, I believe called it an apartheid. I mean, he was in the,
to go from apartheid to this is wild.
The lefty position. He had some, I don't know, I saw some people sharing some like liberation rap album or something where he was talking about Palestine. I mean, he was on the left, like truly on the left. And then, then he's in Obama world, then he's on CNN, then he's getting $100 million from Jeff Bezos. And remember, he appeared at that pro-Israel march early on.
Well, he's wearing the hostage pin. Did you see that?
Yeah, exactly.
That alone
and
is
it's
bro.
I don't know. Well, the whole world is going the opposite direction. Yeah. Well, the whole world, how many people, including Emily's talked about this, how many people have had their eyes open to what the state is and what it's doing and their lies and their propaganda, et cetera. And you're going in the other direction.
I would count myself in that category.
I don't know.
I didn't hate Israel before this.
I mean, look, I don't count myself in that. Listen, I had the critique, apartheid, all of that. But in terms of just how sick it was, I did not understand.
I was genuinely neutral. I didn't care. I didn't support military aid or any of that. I don't really support military aid to most places, but yeah, to see it now, I'm like, oh my God. So congratulations to Barry Weiss with all that new editor-in-chief over at CBS. By the way, she sent out, we'll probably talk about this tomorrow, but she sent out a letter of 10 journalistic principles, and the first one is journalism that reports on the world as it actually is. So that's number one. All right. Got it. So we'll preview a little show, maybe what we'll talk about tomorrow. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry we went over time, but that's what we do here. We'll see you tomorrow. Hey, if you like that video, hit the like button or leave a comment below. It really helps get the show to more people.
And if you'd like to get the full show ad-free and in your inbox every morning, you can sign up at breakingpoints.com.
That's right. Get the full show, help support the future of independent media at breakingpoints.com.